first we have Rotom, or should I say last. It's here because I like the typing. The electric ghost type is pretty unique. He's the only Pokemon with that typing, I believe. And also with the Levitates, it nullifies the ground type weakness, so that's awesome. And it also has that thing about changing forms into different Pokemon, and it switches the typing, electric fire, electric ice, and all the stuff, which is, it makes it pretty unique, so that's why it's on my list. Then we have Lugia, Legendary. I know, strange, because I generally don't like Legendaries. And this is because in second generation I use Lugia a lot. And at the time I didn't know that of overpowerful Legendary stuff, and I was young. Also, I like the design. Kind of birdie and dragon-like, also aquatic, because I live in water, no water type. And also with the movie Pokemon 2000 made me really like it with the song. I really like that song. And yeah, because of that, it's fun to draw and all that. Also, it's a guardian of 3 legendaries, the bird, which makes it pretty cool, I must say. Because of his song, he controls the birds and stop the apocalypse and stuff. Really awesome. So yeah, that's my 9th Pokemon. Well, so adorable. And this is one of the few third generation Pokemon that I like, along with another one that will appear in the list. I like Mawile because, well, the typing right now is awesome. Fairy Steel is the previous Steel Psychic, has a nice resistance to weaknesses, pretty awesome, and especially in this generation that they gave in Mega Mawile. Whew, now it's powerful, but before, poor little guy, he was so weak, itchy. I don't know, when I look at it, I think it's female because it has like a kimono and stuff. Yeah, that's why I like it. Not so much competitively, but I like the design. Actually, in third generation, I never used it because he was so weak, poor guy. But I always wanted to use it, and this gen, it gave me the chance. Let's pick one. It's an interesting Pokemon. The previous stage, Combi, is so bad. It only has 4 moves: Gust, Sweet Sense, Backbite, or 3 moves. I think Tailwind too, I'm not sure. And only females get to evolve, and evolves in a motherfucking queen that controls all the beasts. How awesome is that? I also like the design. It's also really fun to draw. And the thing that really hurts it is its typing. Flying Back. Ow, that rock weakness. Poor little thingy. And I also like that it has 3 different unique moves. Heal Order, Defense Order, which is really awesome, and Attack Order is not that powerful, but it has a high crit, which is nice. And Heal Order, I guess it's a nice recovery, but Roost is better. But if you do not have access to Roost, Heal Order can do the job. So I think it's pretty fun Pokemon, and I like to use it. I had one in Pokemon Black. I didn't get it to level 100, it was 89 or something like that. Oh well, maybe sometimes I will use it in this generation. Sableye, another interesting Pokemon. Until the previous generation, it didn't have any weaknesses. And the same with Spiritomb. But unfortunately with fairy types, he lost that super thing it has. But it's still pretty useful with Prankster. At the beginning, when I first saw it, it was like, how cute. But I didn't realize that it has no weaknesses. I started using in the previous generation, and I really like it with Prankster, Will-O-Wisp, Recover, and Nightshade, and I don't remember which one. I'm not sure. I said 4 or 3 moves. Anyway, it's pretty awesome. And now for the next generation, in the remake, Omega Sapphire and Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, he gets a Mega. That's pretty awesome. And I also like the Mega design. Like, it has a jewel and it's hiding behind it. I think it still has the prankster ability. I hope so. Otherwise, well, maybe they can give it a better one. But I still think Sableye is pretty cool and imp. Well, before I thought that it should have an evolution, but with the Mega, I guess that works. Bisharp. One of the first things that I liked about Bisharp in the previous generation was the typing. Had a lot of resistance. No, not so much damn removal from the resistance of dark types. And also the design is like, I'm gonna murder you, rip you apart with my blades. So dark. I like it. And yeah, the ability is pretty awesome, Defiance, especially now in this generation that they made those sticky webs. So if you get sticky web, you get a +1 attack. Or 2. I don't remember. No, defense, raise 1, right? No, it's race 2. Sorry about that. I had a bit of a brain fart over there. And yeah, also the name Bisharp is go from the bishop, I guess, from chess. I like chess, so that's another point. Also, we have Mandibus because I like the design. It's interesting there are only females, like the males are the bravery, but probably I don't care much for, although it's really America, the colors and stuff. And yeah, now in this generation, they really boosted with the knockoff, so now it's pretty overused. I used it in the previous generation. I also had one trained to level 90 something, didn't get it to level 100. The same with Bisharp. And well, it's really bulky. I like bulky Pokemon, that's why I also like bulk water types. Although seeing this list, I have more dark types than water types. Interesting. Arcanine, one of my favorite Pokemon in first generation. I use it quite a bit in second too. It's a pity that in first you got it really late in game in the Silver Island, which was pretty bad. Also, in the future generations, it really helped Arcanine to have Fire Blitz, Morning Sun. Intimidate is a great ability if you want a bulky Pokemon. Flash Fire is great if you want fire immunity and power hit Flare Blitz. So I think overall it's a great Pokemon competitively, and look at that thing, isn't it adorable? Don't you wish to have one in your house so you can bury yourself in that warm fur in a in a cold night? I certainly wish it. Although taking that thing for a walk, imagine that, kinda problematic to pick out his thumbs. Probably they're warm. Blah. Eevee, isn't it the cutest thing ever? So adorable, fluffy, you want to cuddle it so bad. That's one of the reasons that I like Eevee. I also like Eevee because it can evolve so many things, all those evolutions. And probably in the future generation you will have more, probably a dragon, a flying, all that stuff. But I remember in the first generation, there was only one Eevee. What a hard choice you had to make into what to evolve it. Sultan, Flareon, or Espeon. No, not Espeon, Vaporeon. It always depended on your start, obviously, but you didn't have the breeding mechanics, so it was, okay, one evolution is all you get. So yeah, that's why I like Eevee. Also, it's shiny. I really, really like it. All that silver coat, pretty cute. Hey Dragon, look at the design. You can't say that it's one of the best Pokemon designs ever, because the first time I saw it, I was like, holy wow! Especially when I saw what it was based on. Well, the name cannot tell you. Like, first Dino with 1 head, then Swallows 2 head, and Hydreigon with 3, based on the Hydra, obviously. I thought that was really cool. And the typing is interesting. It's the only dark dragon type. Its abilities are great. Levitate is pretty useful, no spike damage, no earthquakes, and the previous evolutions with Hustle Suelo's Choice Band Hustle with Adam and Max Attack. It can one-shot a lot of stuff. Really strong, except that it can miss. Well, you have to have one downside, obviously. All goods, it can be. And yeah, I really like this Pokemon. It can be offensive, special, also physical. Really interesting. In first place, there's a tie between Totodile and Squirtle. It's so difficult to choose one of those. First, Squirtle. He's on my favorite spot because nostalgia. He was the first Pokemon I ever used, Pokemon Blue, and I also chose it as a starter. It's really cute. Blastoise looks like a badass with those cannons, especially with Mega Blastoise. It has 3 cannons instead of 2. Really cool. Although he has that weird thing. And well, water types really bulky. I like water. Yeah, it's more nostalgia. Also, Squirtle is my Pokemon because it's the number 7. I used to say that your Pokemon is the one of your birthday. So Squirtle is the number 7, and I was born the 7th, so it was mine. That also make it like one of my favorites. Then we have Totodile. I really like it because as second generation is my favorite game. I always chose Totodile. I really like the design. Feraligatr looked like a badass, the most ferocious of the 3 evolution of the starters. Although at that time water was always special and Feraligatr was more of an offensive physical attacker, but at the time I didn't know that. So Feraligatr really cool, but I chose Totodile because it's cuter. And yeah, those are my top 10 favorite Pokemons. I know it was bullshit. I hope you enjoyed. See you next time. Bye!